Still to come. Okay. So what is our previous topic? Like we have discussed the classification of routing protocols. Yes. So what are the routing protocols? How it is going to classify? Some it is going to classify into three types. One is proactive, second one is reactive, and third one is hybrid. Yes. So proactive, which is simple, which is a continuous, and reactive, which is an on demand, and hybrid, which is an on demand and a continuous process. Yes, so which is referred to as an proactive as well as an reactive of your hybrid routing protocol. Yes, so next we are going to come across like mobile agents. So this topic we have already seen in our first unit, like what are the mobile agents and what are the things like home agent, home network, and everything that we have discussed in our unit 1. Yes. So mobile agent. So what do you mean by this mobile agent? So in general meaning that agents are the compositions of computer software and as well as some data, and it can be an autonomously moving from one computer to another computer, and it is going to have continuous mobile connectors. So we have we are going to see, like we have seen many of the things like AODV and DSDV and other routing protocol, also DSR. Yes, they will be moving from one network to another network. So we are going to call it as a nodes. I'm audible to you?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
okay, okay. So how we are going to connect those particular networks, and how the nodes are going to be communicated with the other node. Like a node 1 is going to communicate with node 2, or such kind of thing, like we have seen in our first PowerPoint presentation, like for fifth unit. Yes. So they will be having many number of mobile nodes. They will be communicating, and we are going to see like it should be an continuous, and it should not be collision part. Yes, it should not contain any loops. Yes, so that particular agent which is going to have data as well as an autonomously moving from one component to another component, and it should be in a continuous execution. It should not stop. Like if we are going to take some example as mobile node 1. Yes, so it should not stop at any of the position. Like for example, if we take this first one. Yes, so mobile ms3, ms2, and ms2 is going to move on here, and it reaches ms7. Yes, so it should not disturb, like it should not have any loops, and it should not form any collisions, so as to get about to get some of data which is in perfect way. Yes, so as to have a perfection of data, or it should be in an continuous data. So the nodes are going to move, but it should be in an transmitting of data from one node to another node. Yes, so it should be in a continuous execution onto the destination computer. Yes, so next if some other point, like if we are going to discuss this mobile node which is going to have an autonomous program which should be capable of moving from host to host in a network, and they should interact with resources and other agents also. Yes, agents in the sense, as I said, we are going to have a home agent, home network, and as well as a foreign network. If suppose we are going to move from a predefined path. Yes, same as it should be reaching from, if we have 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. If suppose we have 1 to 2, 2 to 6, 6 to 5, so they have two different paths. So we should be able to move on from 1 to 5 as a predefined path. Yes, so it should have a minimum state, like it should be capable of moving the nodes or a host from each and every network which should interact with their resources and other agents also. Yes, suppose if we are going to have take a same example from your first unit. So if a home network is going to have a home agent, yes, so there will be a node. If a node is going to move from one network to another network, so that particular node should be able to give some specifications so that I'm going to move from this particular location to other location, so that the home agent is going to look after everything. So like mobile node is not present in my network, it is going for other location or another network, so you can identify this mobile node in that particular network. Yes, so this particular like interaction between the resources from host to host, which cannot be losing of some data. Yes, though they should not lose some data, and they should be prevented from communication. Yes, so in this, like in this process, we are going to see like a scaring of some data that are going to be missed, so that should not be happened. And if such sort of like if we are going for a documentation for our projects, yes, if we are going to if any failure has been occurred, it automatically saves some data. Yes, last previous ఎప్పుడైతే సేవ్ చేసామో at that particular moment of time it is going to save. Yes, so same likewise here also we are going to consider many number of nodes, so that the node, if n1 is going to present its communication, it is going to save at least for some few seconds, and that data can be transmitted to other node. Suppose if we take n1 is a first node, mn2 is a second node. If some failure has been occurred for your mn1, so mobile node 1, if that failure has been occurred, so the data at present, whatever the data that has been saved from the mn1, that can be given to mn2 of data. Yes, that data can be given to mn2, so that it can continue the data for transmitting to last one. Yes, n nodes. So we should be careful regarding the data loss, which is scare, or because the state of running program is saved and then transported to the new host. Yes, so it is going to allow the program a continue execution from where it has been left and before my migration. Yes, so ekkadaithe stop ayindho akkada nundi malli continue avutundi ekkada, like it can take it as an m2 mn2. Yes, so wherever whenever the failure has been occurred for your mn1, so it is going to stop, and then mn2 is going to continue the rest of the part. Yes, so and which is going to allow the program execution simultaneously, like it is going to have a continuous. And the most significant advantage of this mobile agent is, as we know, like it is a moving thing. So moving agents is a possibility of moving complex processing of functions to the location, like wherever you are going for an enormous amount of data, and that have to be processed. Like if we are going to consider it for a huge amount of data, so the data that should be transmitted from mn1 to mn5. Yes, so so that the failure has been occurred at the mn1, that also it should be rectified by using mn2 node. Yes, so this should be an advantage for your transmitting of data from mn1 to mn5. Yes, so this is a simple example, and you can write different examples also. By considering the previous algorithms also, we can notice that like if any data loss, it cannot be modified, and in this we can modify, like we can transmit the data by using the previous node. Yes, same as that of your base station. Once a connection has been failed, it should transmit it should, this particular connection should be transmitted to the other base station. Yes, so simultaneous occurrence, like if we are going for a second one also, if base station 1 and base station 2 is there, if we are going to cross the signals of your bs1, like base station 1, then it should not disconnect, it should give some chance to connect for base station 2, and then afterwards only, after the connection has been established, then only the bs1 should be disconnected. Yes, so that we cannot lose some data that is going to be prevented by using this mobile agent. Yes, so this is a simple example, and mobile agents are also called as transportable agents, and they can be classified into two types. Yes, so first one is a mobile agent with a predefined path. Yes, so second one is a mobile agent with undefined paths. Like we can say it as in roaming, like we are going to move from one place to another place without any uh, like we are not going to tell something about to the nodes. Yes, so first one, what do you mean by first one? Mobile agent with a predefined path. As we know that it is a static, it cannot be unstable, like it should have this particular path only, it should not travel from other path. Like we are going to specify, like I said, 1 to 5, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. We are going to say it as a predefined path, it should be executed on that particular path only. Yes, so whenever we are going to consider this mobile agent undefined path, which we are going to call it as a roaming. Yes, so this is a dynamic and it is going to change its position. The mobile node chooses this path according to the present network condition. Suppose, as I said in a previous diagram, like this, if it is going to see, like for the first one, we have a predefined one, MS3 is going to connect to MS7. So it is going to check for its predefined path. Yes. So it is a direct path from MS3 to 1, 1 to 5, 5 to 4, 4 to 7. Yes. So whereas whenever we are going to consider it for as an undefined path. Yes. So if we are going to consider it as second option, it is going to change its position. Like MS2 is going to change its position, and wherever it is going to wherever there is a need, there is that node is going to be in an existing position. Yes, so likewise MS3 is going to communicate with MS2 with an unpredefined path to communicate with MS7. Yes, so MS3 to MS2 and 4, 4 to 7 at last. Yes, so they should be they are going to roam, like they are going to change their location from one state to other state. So this is a simple example of your second one. And a third one, like what are the futures of your mobility, and how we are going to establish. Like the mobile agents are, we can know, we can say it as an autonomous and with intelligence and social ability learning. And the most important feature is their mobility, and they are going to be considered as an independent in nature, self-driven, and do not require any corresponding nodes for their communication, and they can work efficiently even after the user gets disconnected from the network. And they are going to say it as an intelligent, and they will be considered as an intelligent. Yes, so whenever we are going to say they are going to have an independent in nature and self-driven, they are not going to acquire, like they are not going to take support of a correspondent node. So here also we are not going to take any different node, like we are not going to take any support node for the MS2. If we consider this MS7, the MS4 is going to communicate with MS7 directly with an asymmetric link, and whenever MS7 wants to communicate with MS4, it is not going to communicate, it is going to take help of a correspondent node, then only it is going to communicate with MS4. Yes, so here we are not going to consider any correspondent nodes that are going for a communication. And as well as whenever there is a disconnection, as I said, whenever the data that should be transmitted from MS3 to MS7, so they should be unavailable, like each and everything that should be noted, and whenever a failure has been occurred, it should be transmitted to the other node. Yes, suppose MS3 has done some of the work, and some failure has been occurred. Yes, so it should transmit the data up till where it has been finished, and this data should be sent to MS1, so that the MS1 is going to communicate with MS7 by using some intermediate nodes. Yes, so this is a simple example of your self-driven and independent nature. Yes, So next we have something called as a intelligence. So intelligence is nothing but a mobile agent are capable of learning and searching for knowledge about their domain, and we can directly say it as an intelligence. So they can search, like whatever there is, wherever there is a need, they can communicate, and degree of domain knowledge, and they can also have a transport their state from one environment to another environment without disturbing any previous holding of data, and they are also capable of performing some appropriately in the new environment. Yes, as I said, they are intelligent because of, like, they cannot lose the data, and they will be transmitting the data from one to another by using the second node of the thing. Yes, so whenever the first node is going to transmit the data of the previous one, so they are intelligent. They are not going to use any correspondent node, like in between we should have some mediator like the third party. Yes, so they are not thinking about their things. Yes, so autonomous, the mobile agents are autonomous. It means that, like, agents are not only motivated by the outside actions and users or systems, but also they have some initial, like internal events that are to be decided, and their performance and the behavior. And like we are going to have also a decision, like selecting a node, like whenever the some failure has been occurred, they should be able to select the node, like what is the node, who is going to help. Yes, so that node they should be able to notify it. Yes, so this is nothing but your autonomous. And mobility, mobile agents contain some degree, like it is going to have some, like limited. So the agent is not limited to its home node only. They can migrate from one node to another node and can carry out their task along with them. And they are not going, they are distribute the features that are going to be distributed, the processing and balancing of the load. And we have another benefit, like it is going to have a capability by using an offline, user can be in an offline, and agents also will still keep on functioning. Like I said, they cannot be disturbed, and if whenever it is going to be in a disconnection position also, they will be in an position to work from the nodes. Yes, so this is nothing but your mobility. And communicative, yes, so communicative, like mobile communication, like mobile agents can communicate efficiently, like with another agents, users and systems. Like we are going to have a different types of languages and inter agent communications and so on. So they will be selecting, like ఇప్పుడు మనం different if we suppose we will be going for the other states, so they will be having different languages. Yes, so as also they will be communicating, like some sort of languages, in the sense they cannot communicate with the languages, but also they have their own, like whenever we are going to transmit the data, they are going to use the such sort of languages. Yes, so this is nothing but your mobile agent. So what do you mean by mobile agent? How it is going to work, and what are the advantages of mobile agent? That if any failure has been occurred, it is not going to disconnect. It directly wants to send the previous data to the next node. This is the main advantage of your mobile agent, and they are going to classify into two types. One is a predefined, undefined. So predefined in the sense same 1 to 2, 2 to 3 up till 5. And if we are going for undefined path, we are going to select like same as that of previous one. And we have something other called as features of mobile agent, or we can say it as an intelligent, autonomous, mobility and communicative. And we have something called as a life cycle of mobile agent. So life cycle of mobile agent, it can be considered as a mobile agency of user program, and with the internet. Yes, we have said that like it is an MN1, 2, 3. These three things are going to be in an communication. So the life cycle of a mobile agent, which is going to ensure the following, like if we take some example, they can adapt the environment, they can adapt to the environment. For example, if either home or foreign environment is there, yes, so they can adapt. They are capable of switching among the positions of one node to another node. They have the right to change their nodes. Yes, so they are autonomous and focused on the final output only. Yes, as I said, if something has been occurred, they are going to reach their final state only. They are not going to stop in the middle. Yes, so we have this as a life cycle of a mobile agent. Simple example, if we consider the previous example, you can also write this example as a life cycle, but it is a simple example for as of your mobile agent. Yes, so the advantages of mobile agents are like mobile agents are, we can know, we are aware of it, like it is an autonomous and it is a self-driven nature. It cannot depend on any other thing. The maintenance, it is a maintenance of this mobile agents are easy and they are flexible. They are like friendly nature. They are fault tolerance, like it means that like they are not going to have any disturbances, like if they are able to operate without any without an active connection between client and server. They reduce the complications of time, like if any failure has been occurred, they will be reducing, and they provide less delay in the network. And they have a fewer loads, like load anedi, it can have a less number of load, and it can facilitate a parallel processing, and it means that it is an asynchronously execution of multiple heterogeneous networks, and it is a dynamic adaptation in which like actions are dependent on the states. Yes, so we have some sort of advantages, and we have some disadvantages also for your mobile agent, like the applications that are going to be run, like it has a major significant like security issues whenever transmitting the data from MN1 to, as it is the previous node, it is going to transmit the data to MS like MN2. Yes, so we have some security issues. They are less secure, and we have something like we are going to have a mobile agents that are going to be applied in a wide range of domains such as e-commerce, traffic control, network management, and robotics, and data intensive applications. And they are also used in a grid computing, parallel computing, and distributed and mobile computing. So this is a simple example of your mobile agent and the life cycle of your mobile agent. Any doubts up till here? Any doubts regarding this mobile agent? No doubts? Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Is it clear? Okay, then once again, I will be taking the attendance.